Jumping back into it, folks. This is Die Hard Trilogy 2 on PlayStation 1. So, another classic, exciting game from the PlayStation 1 era. What makes this game cool is you get three different modes. You have your driving mode, you have your third person shooting mode, and there is a first person shooting mode. But the thing is, the first person shooting mode stinks if you don't have the gun. So, just to be full disclosure, I don't have one of those guns, and I don't have a television that could use one, the light gun. So, that's why I never really use that mode or play those school games, those shooter games, with the ray gun. Now, if I had the TV for it, I would do that. So that's one of the things I'm not going to be able to do. Um, so anyway, let's just look at this Dire Trilogy 2. Now, Dire Trilogy 1, awesome game also. I recommend both these. They're super cheap. PlayStation 1 games are still very cheap. Um, this game, we can jump into the practice mode. So you can pick what you want to do. Um, again, this is the one where you really need to have the gun because it's a first person shooting mode. It's just not fun just scrolling around with the little arrow with the cursor. That's not fun. And then this is a driving game where you have to beat the clock to defuse the bombs. Same thing they had in Dire Trilogy 1. Dire Trilogy, the first game, you were in New York driving the cab. That was cool. But I recommend just like jumping in the practice mode. If you only have a couple minutes, the practice mode's pretty cool, because you could pretty much do what you're going to do in the regular game. It's a third person view, a little top down action almost. Um, you just get a feel for like how the game moves. Now, I haven't played this in a little bit, so I was actually last playing this on my Amberlick, which is where I've been playing most of my PlayStation. Oh yeah, you could hit triangle to zoom in. Um, oh wow, this is some bad aiming. Okay, so first we got to change the controls here. Uh, can I invert the invert aiming? Put that on here. Gun select. Now we have one gun. Okay, you can see my aim is terrible. Yeah, I shot that guy in the arm so many times it took him out. So this game in third person mode is how you're going to roam around for the most part. If you hit L1, you scroll left. R1, you scroll right. I know there's a way to duck if I can remember the controls. Let's see. I don't remember. Triangle is obviously how you zoom into first person, which is pretty cool that you could do that in this game. Um, if you haven't played though, the controls can be a little clunky. Just don't remember how you duck down. How do you duck down? Oh, if you press down on the right analog stick, it kind of changes your view, and you kind of like duck behind him a little bit. Um, so this is why they have practice mode, folks. For schmucks like me. Let's see. This is square. Whoa! What was that? I must have triggered a bomb or something. All right, let's restart. Oh no, wait, did I accidentally just go out? All right, we'll hop back in a little bit. This is all in the practice mode, so that gives you an idea. It's a fun game though, man. This is why these old school PlayStation games, forget about graphics, forget about, all the extra features, no microtransactions, just old school fun. Let's see. That time I got the jump on that. Oh yeah, that's how you free the hostages too. Yeah, you can just shoot through the glass. You don't need to worry about doors. Obviously, the way I'm going through is not exactly stealth, but that's all right. Is it the same hostage? Why isn't she running out? Oh yeah, I see that. Whoa! Someone planted a bomb. This locker room. So I've been playing this on my Amberlick. I've been playing a lot of PlayStation 1 games on the PSX emulator on my Amberlick. I've been playing a lot of different systems. But I still own my PlayStation 2. I have a modded PlayStation 2. So I have, obviously because of that, I can play PS1 games. Ooh. That guy have a shotgun? Okay, so they're not letting me take his gun. I guess in the regular game, you could definitely pick up other people's weapons because I've done that a million times. Uh, the whole point of this mode, which you'll see in the regular game too, is to just save the hostages. Save as many as you can, getting through the access denied. Also, by the way, as there aren't a lot of cop games, so if you want to play as a cop and like just go around shooting bad guys, the Die Hard series will scratch that itch. Fox Interactive. I mean, look, these guys had some good games back in the day, where it was NHL Championship 2000, which I've done on this channel before. I'll probably have to do another one of these for that game. Or the Die Hard series. I mean, this is like a great. It's a studio that didn't last that long. They didn't make a ton of stuff, but the games that they did get involved with, pretty cool. And I think movie games. This is probably a little underrated. As a guy who plays like Tomorrow Never Dies, I did a video about that on this channel. The Bond games I think are pretty well covered, but Die Hard is sort of forgotten. I think in the annals of like video games and movie games. Is that all the hostages? No, it's probably. So I don't know. I think Die Hard, especially like Die Hard 2. Like I'll be honest, I didn't know there was a 2. I played the first one a lot. I loved it. Um, the first one I played a lot, but I didn't know they made a second one. They must have released this like a year or two after, because I was probably on to the PlayStation 2 by the time like this game came out, and I wish they had made this for the PlayStation 2, or I wish they would make this for the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox Series X. I think that's a cool, like, just a simple run around, top down cop shooting game. But anyway, we could get out of this practice mode here and actually get into maybe get into one of the regular missions really quickly. Um, the driving mode, or I guess I could show you the driving mode really quick. Look, so I'm not gonna do the other one. Let's do the driving mode just to give you an idea. I'll take requests, guys. If you like, subscribe to the channel. You want to throw a comment in about a game you want to see. I have a PlayStation 2 that's modded. I have that. I have the PS3, Xbox 360, Xbox Series X, Nintendo 64. So, I got a lot of stuff. So, if you have a game you want to see, I probably have it. So, here we go. This is the driving mode. What the hell is this? A little different from the New York level. Another one is how you change your view. And I'm running out of time. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not 100% sure what the hell I'm doing. I am not sure. I thought I was just defusing the bombs, but maybe it's a little different here. Wow, that was great. And turn this Ford Taurus around. And we're out of time. Sorry, guys. Let's get out of this. All right. I don't know the difference between arcade mode and movie mode. I'm assuming movie mode is like the story. Arcade mode is the arcade. They made an arc. I know there's an arcade version of this game that's the same as what they had on the Sega Saturn, but I did not. I never had a Sega Saturn, so I didn't play on that. So I have to admit that I'm not as familiar uh, with that one. I played a little bit on my Amberlake, but I never played it like completely, so I'm not quite as familiar. I played a little bit at some of the retro gaming conventions when they've had the actual arcade game. And shock rifle. Okay. The thing about this game, you can't really like jump, which makes sometimes the movement is a little awkward. Alright, now I can't even like try to get the hell out of here. So I think these guys just like took over a police station. Bad guys did. It's a little bit like Tomorrow Never Dies in terms of like the look, the controller, or the controls, I should say. That's a fun game. Also, Bond Racing. That's a game I always enjoyed, even though like I mean you have to be like a Bond fan honestly to get into it because it's not it's not exactly your like traditional Bond game and controls, but I always liked that game. And for those of you who are used to playing modern systems, it must be a little weird for you to see. But yeah, those what you're looking at are polygon breakups. How you can actually see through the walls. Some of it's on purpose, but a lot of it's just um, like graphically, like they just allowed these things to be loose so that you could see around. Like in modern games, they don't typically have that view. in third person. Like they're not gonna let you see through the wall. But I feel like in these old games, you could just like you had like some built-in breakups, and you had some ones that were on mistake by mistake. I think it actually makes it easier to see because you can just like peek around a corner without needing to go out. And like I said, the controls these old games sometimes can be a little clunky. I will concede that. Let's see. All right, so whoop ass. Everybody needs that. Let's just do that, of course. By the way, RoboCop comes out tomorrow or tonight at midnight. I might pick that up and uh, give that one a whirl. That'll be on my Series X, so don't be surprised if I record some footage of that one tonight. Probably be later tonight if I can get to it. But yeah, I'm excited for that game. Been looking forward to that ever since I saw the video on it. What's this? So yeah, that guy's good. Got it. Yeah, I find it easier to shoot in the third person. I know like there is a first person option, but I think the first person's even clunkier, honestly. Like you can see here, like it's a little hard to control. Gotta say it, it's still cool though. Like these old games, like with the blood would just come out. I mean, there's like no shame. It's inverting the look. Oh, it's so annoying. Oh man, he got me. All right, guys. Well, that's all I wanted to show you. Just like a little quick review. What's this? They're taking me out in the gurney. A little morbid, but all right. But I'll be back. Anyway, so that's Die Hard Trilogy 2 on your PlayStation 1. I recommend picking this one up. It's fun. It's just old school, third person, top down shooter style. If you have the light guns, you can play the first person mode that they have. And then there is a racing component, or not a racing, a driving component as well. But check it out and keep having fun like I always do here in the Corner Arcade. Like and subscribe, please. Boom.